I've just got back from a fam trip to Jordan with Wadi Rum tours. We all actually met at London Heathrow Airport and got to know everyone, sat together on the flight, which was really nice. Throughout the trip it was air-conditioned private bus for us all. There was Wi-Fi as well throughout, so we could always sort of upload our pictures and stay in contact with friends and family back home. We all had sort of meeting times, so everyone would meet in the morning and meet in the afternoon, things like that. And yeah, we'd just go most places as a group, but if someone wanted to hang back and see or do a little bit more, they were always flexible with that. Just wanted to run through the itinerary and some of the best highlights of the trip. The first day we left the city of Amman, which is the capital, and we headed to Jerash, which was it's basically called like the Pompeii of the East. It's full of old Roman ruins, columns and things like that, so it's absolutely fascinating, amazing place to walk around all day. Then in the afternoon we did a city tour of Amman, which is so cool because it's a mix of sort of old architecture and new sort of bustling restaurants and things like that. So the following day of the tour, we all headed to Mount Nebo, which is a really incredible sort of viewpoint in Jordan. It's believed to be where Moses saw the Promised Land. After we walked around there and sort of heard a bit more about the history of it all, we also went to St George's Church, where the largest and oldest depiction of the Holy Land still remains in mosaic form. It dates back to 6th century AD, so absolutely amazing to see that. After our day full of history at Mount Nebo and St George's Church, we had a Levantine cooking class in Petra, which was amazing. We did lots of local dishes like baba ganoush and things like that. We did an upside down chicken and rice dish, which was so tasty. It was a really nice opportunity to bond as a group because everyone was a solo traveller on our trip. And then after that we went back to the hotel and had a couple of drinks in a cave bar nearby, which dates back to the 1st century BC. So Petra was my favourite day by far. We got up early, walked down to the start of the entry to Petra, and typical with all Wadi Rum tours, we are actually able to take a golf cart to the start of the treasury, so it saved the early morning walk and meant that we got first glimpse of the treasury with pretty much no one there. So that's an amazing perk that you get with Wadi Rum. First glimpse of the treasury is something I will never forget. It's such a bucket list thing to do, and a huge selling point of Jordan in general. After that we had a really good hike around Petra with our guide Aurea, and yeah, plenty of time for history, facts, photos, videos. She had all the best viewpoints, all the best spots to get a good picture and things like that. Then some of us headed up to the 1,000 steps up to the monastery. So it was hot. It's for those who fancy feeling brave and see another amazing part of this site, to actually see as far as Palestine, which was amazing. It took maybe like an hour and a half in total to get there and have a good wander around, but when you get up there, there's a little restaurant where you can get drinks and ice creams and stuff like that and just really sit and admire the view. So anyone can do it, but it would take a bit of time and make sure you've got loads of water on you. By the time we got back down to the treasury, there was literally like 4 people there. So that's when I got my best pictures and videos of the treasury and around there. We went back to the hotel, had some time by the pool, had a really great group dinner, watched the sunset, and then it was time to head back to the treasury at Petra, this time walking. So it was about 2.5 kilometres to get there and the same back. It's all flat and it's all through the kind of canyons that are there. The whole pathway's lit by up to 1,000 candles, I think, so it's really, really special. It's an amazing atmosphere, and if you can do it, 100% do. When you arrive, you sit down and admire all the candles, admire the treasury lit up by them, and then they put on a display of different local music. So the penultimate day we headed to Wadi Rum, which is the desert in Jordan, renowned for its stargazing and just being an incredible part of the Middle East. We got to the desert camp, it was the Rum Luxury Oasis Hotel. Amazing hotel. It was basically a pool, there was like beach music playing, it was surrounded by mountains and desert, and it was just in the middle of nowhere and just really iconic. When it got a bit later, we all got into 4x4s and headed out into the middle of the desert. We had some other local guides joining us there. They took us to like the best viewpoints. They put some Bedouin makeup on us and things like that. So it was a really authentic experience and a really good thing to do in Wadi Rum that you just wouldn't do if you travelled there on your own or possibly with another tour. So the last day we travelled from Wadi Rum to the Dead Sea, which again is so cool. It's basically a really buoyant, salty lake that means you just step into the water, fall back and find yourself just floating around. It's the weirdest sensation, but it's so fun and it's so good for your skin as well. There was mud masks around the lake area, so we all applied mud masks and kind of basked in the sun for a while. It's just a really cool one-off thing that you can only do in this part of the world, so pleased to have done it. And then we had some free time, we got to relax by the pool again. So I had the most amazing time. Jordan's been on my bucket list for as long as I can remember, not just for Petra but for the other sites I've mentioned as well. I think it's on a lot of people's radar, so if it's something you're interested in, I'd love to help you plan the most amazing trip there.